Welcome to today's video, Stoicism, the next step to get you unstuck. Do you ever feel as though you are standing still while the world rushes past you? It is a peculiar and frustrating sensation, isn't it? You have ambitions, dreams, a clear desire to move forward in your life, yet for some reason your feet feel as if they are encased in concrete. You might spend your days waiting for a sign, a perfect moment, a surge of motivation that never seems to arrive. This feeling of being stuck is not a sign of failure or a lack of will. It is a profoundly human experience, a quiet signal that something inside us is asking for a different approach. This feeling can manifest in many ways. This is the unseen anchor, a weight made of our own thoughts and fears holding us firmly in place. The problem is that we often look for a grand solution, a single dramatic event that will break us free. So why do we find ourselves in this state of inertia? One primary cause is waiting for the perfect moment. We convince ourselves conditions must be exactly right before we begin. We need more time, more money, more knowledge, more confidence. The perfect moment is a myth. Another major factor is fear. We fear making the wrong choice, so we make no choice. We fear failure, so we avoid starting risky new things. Fear creates a fog of what-if scenarios that cloud judgment and drain energy. The number of choices today can be overwhelming. We stay stuck because the path forward seems too complicated. Finally, we try to control things beyond our control. When you are lost in the woods, you do not need a map of the entire world. You need a compass to show you which way is north. Stoicism is that compass. It is a practical philosophy for living a good life, developed in ancient Greece, developed in Rome. At its heart, Stoicism teaches you how to find peace and purpose by focusing on what you can control and accepting what you cannot. It is not about suppressing emotion. Rather, it is about understanding what is truly important and acting with wisdom, acting with courage, acting with calm. The philosophers who developed these ideas, men like Seneca, Epictetus, Marcus Aurelius, were not academics in ivory towers. They were men of action who dealt with politics, exile, illness, war. They needed a philosophy that worked in the real world, and the principles they laid out are just as relevant today as they were 2,000 years ago. The core idea is incredibly empowering. Our well-being depends not on events, but on our responses. The very first and most fundamental principle of Stoicism is a simple but profound exercise, separating what is within your control from what is not. This idea, known as the Dichotomy of Control, is your starting point for breaking free. Most of our anxiety, frustration, feelings of helplessness come from trying to manage things that are ultimately outside of our power. On one side, write down things you can control. Your thoughts, your judgments, your choices, your attitude, the effort you put into a task. These are the things that belong to your inner world, your domain of action. It includes whether you are kind to the shopkeeper, whether you go for that walk, how you respond when someone is rude to you. On the other side of the paper, list the things you cannot control. You can influence some of these things, of course, but you cannot ultimately command them. Accepting this lack of control is not defeat, it is wisdom. It is the beginning of peace. Once you understand what you can control, Stoicism offers several practical tools to build your mental resilience. One of the most effective is a technique called negative visualization. For a few moments, you calmly imagine what it would be like if you lost something you value, perhaps your job, a possession, or a relationship. Then you consider how you would cope. This practice makes you appreciate what you have more deeply and reduces your fear of potential loss. Another powerful tool is the practice of voluntary discomfort. This involves intentionally introducing a small, harmless inconvenience into your day. They teach you that you can withstand discomfort and that your immediate desires do not have to rule you. The Stoics were believers in daily rituals. In the morning, take just 1 minute to set a clear intention. In the evening, take another minute to reflect. Feeling stuck often comes from being overwhelmed by the size of a goal. Break it down into the smallest possible steps. Focus on the next tiny, achievable action. Small, consistent wins build momentum and lasting change. One of the most transformative ideas in Stoicism is the art of reframing obstacles. The things that block our path are not just impediments, they are opportunities. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Every problem, every setback, every challenge contains a hidden lesson or a chance to practice a virtue. A difficult colleague is an opportunity to practice patience. A sudden project delay is an opportunity to practice flexibility. A mistake is an opportunity to learn and grow. Imagine you are working on an important presentation and your computer suddenly crashes, losing your work. The initial reaction is panic and anger, but after taking a deep breath, you can reframe the situation. This is a chance to practice resilience and problem-solving under pressure. Perhaps it is also a lesson in saving your work more frequently. Reframing prevents the secondary disaster of a panicked, unproductive emotional spiral. Catch yourself, take a breath, ask, how can this serve me? Repeatedly, this carves a new pathway. Seeing obstacles as opportunities becomes natural. We have explored how feeling stuck often comes from waiting, worrying, focusing on things beyond our control. We have also seen how the ancient wisdom of Stoicism offers a simple, practical compass to guide us forward. Therefore, the most important thing you can do is to begin. It is about starting with one small, manageable change. I invite you to try a 30-day micro-challenge. Make it so small that it feels almost too easy. Spend 1 minute each morning thinking about what you can control today. Take 30 seconds of a cold shower at the end of your normal one. Write down one single sentence in a journal each night about something you are grateful for. When you face a small annoyance, pause to ask, how can I use this? Do your chosen micro-habit every day for the next 30 days. Mark it on a calendar. The aim is simply to not break the chain. Some days you will feel motivated, other days you will not. Do it anyway. By the end of 30 days, you will have sent a powerful message. You are not someone who is stuck. You are someone who takes action. You are in control. You can move forward. Start today. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching.